bad situation.
Oh, what is this?
And one of the most common questions I get on this channel in
Is that the same one?
comments is, what happens to new vehicles that...
Beautiful Aston Martin. Not gonna hold you. Very beautiful Aston Martin. $500,000 though? What? I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me Is it 500? That's $500,000 for this car. Really? That's crazy. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at it again with another video. So we're going to check out what happens to new cars that don't get sold. Recently, you guys have been pretty interested in these videos where these cars are just sitting on the lot. These dealerships can't sell them because, you know, people just not trying to pay these ridiculous markup prices for these vehicles that don't even match, I guess you can say, the quality standard that you would expect a six-figure car or six-plus figure car in a high like $120,000 range or more. You would expect those vehicles to have a lot more either horsepower, a better engine, or some of them with, you know, traditional V8s, and they're not even equipped with that. You know, you're paying all this crazy amount of money for all these fancy features, and, you know, it's not living up to what the price is being valued at. So we're gonna check this out, see what's going on here, man. Should be very interesting. Let's get right into it, bro.
Brand new vehicles that never get sold. It's a common issue that
Damn.
dealerships are having to deal with. No matter what you're looking at, Ford, GMC, Chevy, Dodge, they all have vehicles sitting from 2022, 2023, sitting on the lot, and it's about to be 2025. And it's a big issue. It never happened before 2020. I've never seen a new car sit more than 200 days, but now you have 500, 600, 700 days.
That's ridiculous, bro. $242,000 ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. You for Aston, and I get it, Aston Martin, they're a very expensive brand, but $240,000 for this. I can understand the McLaren in the back. I can understand you paying that much. It's a McLaren, a high-powered vehicle. But for this is what we paying that much for? Fuck no.
Before 2020, I've never seen a new car sit more than 200 days, but now you have 500, 600, 700 days is becoming the norm in some cases.
Look
it's
at
crazy.
that.
I wouldn't say the norm, but some of these really expensive Grand Wagoneers and stuff like that, it literally is the norm. So it's a bad situation.
Oh, what is this?
And one of the most common questions I get on this channel in
Is that the same one?
Comments is, what happens to new vehicles that...
Beautiful Aston Martin. Not gonna hold you. Very beautiful Aston Martin. $500,000 though? What? I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me Is it 500? That's $500,000 for this car. Really? That's crazy.
That never gets sold. Let's get into it. I've worked at multiple different dealerships, and how they operate is they work on a floor plan. They actually finance the inventory in 99.9% of the cases. So you have all this inventory that's financed, and sometimes their floor plan is interest-free for 60 or 90 days. So the goal is always to sell it within that first interest-free period or very low interest. After that, generally it ticks up to be a pretty high rate. 7, 10, 15% interest on millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands adds up very quickly. So as you have these cars that sit there and build interest, the dealer cannot, it becomes a big issue. It's a burden to the dealership, and it's throwing money straight to nothing, just the interest. So a lot of times the dealership will either pay it off. They also will offer spiffs to salespeople to try to get them to sell it. So I've been in car sales, they'll offer $500 to
$96,000 for this Jeep, no.
$1,000 spiff to get you to, hey, it's on this unit, this car, it's a 23,
Not for a
it's sitting
Rubicon.
500 days. And trust me, if you pull up another car, if a customer walks in, they're going to want you to bring the customer in. They don't want They want you to control the whole situation as a salesperson, and they want you to bring this car up to them, and they want you to make the customer fall in love with that car that's been sitting there forever. So it's how it is, and the manager's going to look at that salesperson and say, why'd you not bring up that one? We got a spiff on that one. But he's going to be like, the customer doesn't want a 2-year-old new vehicle. Hey, maybe you'll get a deal on one, but the issue is, think about all the issues these vehicles have that's been sitting since 2022, 2023, just sitting, rotting away for...
Yeah, for those who don't know, if you're not driving your car, if your car sits for a while, even if it's brand new, that's a problem because the car needs to be moving. The car needs its mechanical parts to be on the go. It needs to be on the road. And if you just have it sit on the lot, one, is losing value, and two, it can be a situation where it's been sitting on a lot for so long and not being used. Mechanical issues happen because it's just sitting there. You got to drive your cars. Eventually, if you don't drive your cars, eventually you'll have issues.
2, 3, 4, 500 days. It's not good for the vehicle at all. I don't think at all. So there's another thing that could happen. The dealership could also use it as a demo. So every manager, or generally every management employee at a dealership, will get a demo vehicle at most dealerships. Believe it or not, it used to be salespeople, and some dealerships still do it, but because of the rising cost of insurance, generally dealerships only offer it to their management staff. But some dealerships still give demo vehicles to all their sales staff and management. So that's another reason. It can go to the demo. Maybe the owner could drive it, because a lot of times, before it was unique vehicles, like it would be some sort of hybrid that didn't sell, that was sitting there for 200 days, and you live in Texas or Oklahoma and they don't like hybrids that much, and it was 2017. Yeah, that's probably not going to sell as quick as a non-hybrid. Not anymore. Now it's the high-end brand. It's the Grand Wagoneers. It's the $150,000 pickup trucks that are not selling because it's too expensive. So the owner of the dealership might say, hey, I'll just take it as a demo. Screw it. I'll take that Grand Wagoneer. I'll drive it for a few years and we'll sell it to auction for $40,000. Literally, that's the kind of loss these vehicles are taking, and that's the other situation they could go. They could take it to auction and take a loss on it, which is honestly sometimes just take your loss, get rid of it, be done with it. Sometimes the smartest decision. Or they could also sell it on their used side and try to get some. The dealership always wants to do a retail customer. They want to get you in there so they can sell you additional products in the finance
Shelby
box.
truck,
So they would
beautiful.
rather do that.
I know it's
get
expensive.
someone in the box, and but they could also use it as a service loaner. So there's so many different things they could use it as. But when these dealerships have, 1, 2, 3, now we have 10, now we have 15 cars that have been sitting for 400 days, and they're all 2023s, and we're a month away from 25. That's a common issue that's going on with a lot of these dealerships.
That's a
and
lot
the general
for that
managers,
car, though.
guess what? They get laid off. That's just how car sales is. It's a brutal business, and no one feels sorry for the dealership or anybody around there, really, in most situations, because dealerships screwed everybody over, charging $15,000 markups at addendum stickers. And hey, I still see that now in 2024. Dealerships still trying to add an addendum sticker and markups.
No.
Get out of here with that shit. Come on. I can't believe it when I saw that. But anyways, so you have all this stuff going on. It's insane. I can't believe it. It doesn't make any sense, and no one feels sorry. And yes, there's extremely high turnover in the dealerships. General manager, he has 15 2023 sitting around. Yeah, we got to get rid of him. And honestly, it's probably because the dealership did markups. That's the thing these dealerships don't understand. If you do greedy tactics, a lot of times in the long run,
the MSRP for this truck is $59,000. With everything else, it jumps up to $72,000, bro. It's crazy.
A lot of times in the long run, it hurts you. You actually make less money because customers will just stop coming back.
Yeah.
They lost a lot. A lot of loyal customers, they're like, I'm not going back to my local dealership. They charged a $5,000 markup on this. I'm not going back. So drive around, look around. If you're in the market right now, you can get a deal on any vehicle, no matter what kind of vehicle it is. You can get a discount off of MSRP, no matter how valuable or how desirable. So look around. There is inventory. Don't be afraid to drive out of state to save thousands of dollars. It just makes sense. But I wanted to answer this question. What happens to all the new inventory that never sells? Quite a few different things. Go to auction. A spiff could be put on it for the salespeople to sell it. They really try to hammer the salespeople to sell it, so they're just going to keep adding that spiff. And I've seen spiffs as high as $1,000 extra on top of selling the car part. So you can make pretty good money selling that car, but the customer just doesn't want it. They could send it to auction. They could use it as a demo. They could use it as a service loaner. There's so many different things they can do with these unsold vehicles, but it's still a big issue because the dealership, yeah, one or two, okay, but now it's becoming more and more common. And keep this in mind, guys, it never happened before. And still, to throw that much revenue away, 70, 80, 120K worth of revenue is what you have to, the dealership has to drop to pay off this vehicle. That's a lot of revenue, either way around. But these dealerships have been screwing us over for a while. Let's just stand together. Let's not mess around with any dealerships with addendum stickers, markups, or any of those BS stuff. Make them pay, and they're really starting to feel it. They're getting what they deserve, finally.
Yeah.
But, hey, I had to answer this question. Let me know what you think. Have a great day, and stay blessed.
Hey, man. That Aston Martin being over $500,000, I'm sorry. Once again, Aston Martin, very nice, very reputable company. They make great vehicles. But $500,000 is insane. That is fucking insane. Y'all let me know. Do y'all feel like that Aston Martin was worth the $500? I said $500, yeah. But the $500,000. Y'all let me know. Do y'all think they just up-priced that one like a ridiculous amount? Do y'all feel like, no, that probably is the right amount for that particular Aston Martin? Y'all let me know down below. I appreciate all love, support. Road to 20K, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.